Hello, I'm Howard, pastor of the Roseville New Church, and happy Mother's Day. You know, the tradition of Mother's Day is celebrated in countries the world over, and it's intended to honor the women who gave us life and love, who held us close and helped us grow. But as we pause to honor our mothers, I want to invite you into a deeper reflection, one that reaches beyond the cards and the flowers and the meals out. The New Church teaches that there is a spiritual love implanted in everyone from heaven, which is the love of parents for their children and of children for their parents. In other words, this love, the love between a parent and a child, is not just natural, it's spiritual, heavenly in fact. It comes from the Lord and it points to something far greater. Swedenborg writes that the Lord's purpose in creation is a heaven from the human race. And that's the big picture. That's why we're here. And parenthood, motherhood especially, is the vessel through which that purpose is made possible. It is, simply put, the highest use any of us can have. So today we honor our mothers, both those who gave birth to us and those who nurtured us spiritually. In saying that, I think it's important to recognize that some of us were shaped more by a grandmother, an aunt, a mentor, a teacher, or a neighbor. Motherhood is a role, a calling. It's not just a biological category. As children, we honor our mothers through gratitude. As adults, we honor them by how we live our lives. We carry forward the values they taught us, the care, the strength, the kindness, and the willingness to serve. That's how we keep their legacy alive. But there's something I've been reflecting on. You know, the commandment doesn't say, honor your father on Father's Day or your mother on Mother's Day. It says, honor your father and your mother. This isn't about marking a date on a calendar. It's about adopting a posture of lifelong reverence for the sacred role of parenthood. While mothers and fathers each have distinct roles in raising a child, those roles are deeply intertwined. They're not competing halves, but complementary forces working in harmony towards one sacred purpose, to prepare a child not only for life in this world, but for the eternal life in heaven. And within that shared calling, there is something especially tender and foundational in the role of a mother. The writings teach that a mother provides more than just physical nurture. She helps form the spiritual groundwork of her child's heart and mind. Through her care, the Lord implants what Swedenborg calls remains, gentle seeds of love, trust, and innocence that stay with us for life. You know, few of us can claim a perfect childhood, but we all can recall a moment from childhood when we felt safe, loved, and completely at peace. I hope one of those moments is coming to mind for you right now, because that's a remain. And the Lord uses those moments throughout our lives to call us back to Him. Now, not every mother gets it right, and not every parent lives up to the full use they're called to in every moment. But even so, when mothers genuinely perform their role, not just providing materially, but spiritually, they are cooperating with the Lord Himself in preparing a soul for heaven. That's why the spiritual sense of honor your parents isn't just about sentiment or family tradition. It's about honoring use, the sacred responsibility of parenthood. It's about honoring the Lord who works through mothers and fathers to bring about His kingdom. So today, let's go beyond the surface. Let's honor our mothers not just for what they've done, but for what the Lord has done through them. Let's honor the love that shaped us, the truths that were implanted, and the uses that our mother performed. And let's express that honor in the way we live, in the love we give, in the care we show, and in the heaven that we help build within our own lives. Happy Mother's Day, and thank you, moms, for your sacred work.